What's up with it, Raider Nation? It's your boy, Raider Honcho, and I'm back with a brand new video for you. Alright guys, get right into it. You already know the vibes. You already know what type of time I'm on. If you're not a subscriber to the channel, well damn, subscribe to the channel. Also hit me up on Instagram and Twitter, both at Raider Honcho. Now, days after the Raiders take another embarrassing loss to the Los Angeles Chargers, and we just look terrible from top to bottom. I will say I was impressed with the way the rookie Aiden O'Connell played, in spite of a terrible call game by Josh McDaniels. Josh McDaniels time and time again shows us that he is not head coach material. No surprise to me. I've been trying to tell y'all for the last year and a half or 2 years that Josh McDaniels has never proven anything as a head coach in the NFL. I do think at one point he had a good playbook. I do think at one point that he was a serviceable offensive coordinator, but right now he just doesn't seem to have a grasp on what's going on as a head coach. He doesn't seem to be a leader of men. He doesn't seem to be able to get the team to rally. He doesn't galvanize anybody, and quite frankly, I'm not impressed with the playbook. His lack of creativity, lack of explosive plays. I'm just not impressed with anything that Josh McDaniels has going on, including the way he looks on the sideline. He just looks completely overwhelmed. He looks nervous. He doesn't look comfortable. He's always biting his nails. He's always talking and whining to the quarterbacks like, why didn't you do this? Why didn't you do that? No, bitch, why didn't you call a better play? So I just feel like time and time again, Josh McDaniels proves me right when I said he had a lot to prove as a head coach, more to prove than Derek Carr had to prove, more to prove than Devontae, Josh Jacobs. He had the most to prove in the signing of him, and he hasn't proven anything yet. Outside of that, he's a mediocre coach and not a head coach. So I'm not surprised there. And anybody that is surprised with the outcome of these Raiders games is obviously somebody who wasn't paying attention and somebody who's just strictly a fan and not watching the games for what they are. You're watching the games for what you want them to be. But at the end of the day, there's no surprise to me. This Raiders team was not going to be good by the way it was constructed. It was built from the outside in, and we know you got to build football teams from the inside out in the trenches and then move on from there. So what I want to talk about in this video, though, is just the video that I saw of fans going at Mark Davis. And I'm not going to lie to you, I felt bad. I feel terrible about the fans going at Mark Davis like that. And it's not because I feel bad for Mark Davis. It's because I feel bad for the fan base. I feel bad that this is where we are. This is what it's come to, that we got to scream at our owner like that and say the things we're saying to him. And I can't blame anybody. Like, I just feel like as a fan base, Raider Nation feels like our word doesn't count. Our vote doesn't count. And it's all about the money when you talk about Mark Davis. I think he loves the team. Does he know how to run a team? No. Does he know how to run an organization? No. Time and time again, he continues to make it look like it's all about the money, okay? He probably could have fought harder to keep us in Los Angeles or Oakland or somewhere out there in California. Instead, he wanted to go to Vegas, right? He continues to hire coaches that don't get the job done. He continues to just put people in place that don't get the job done. I don't think Mark Davis actually knows what he's doing. I think he means well, but I don't think he knows what he's doing, and it's sad to see that this is where Raider Nation has come. This is where we are as a fan base, that we have to resort to berating our owner right there in front of the public. The fact that that got to that level and escalated to this is just saddening, man. And Mark Davis is going to have to do something. And the problem is that you brought Josh McDaniels in here, and you brought Ziegler in here, and then you preach the Patriot Way. Well, I got news for you guys. This is the God's honest truth. The Patriot Way does not exist. The Patriot Way is not real. That is something that somebody just made up because the team had a bunch of success. You know what the Patriot Way is? The Patriot Way is Tom Brady. Point blank. Period, okay? I think Belichick is like 43 and 42 without Tom Brady. He has one playoff win without Tom Brady. Tom Brady was winning games for New England. He went down there in Tampa Bay and won a Super Bowl, okay? We don't have Tom Brady under center, so there is no Patriot Way. Y'all can feel however you want to feel about it. Well, McDaniels won. Tom Brady has 7 rings running McDaniels' system. Yeah. Tom Brady has 7 rings running the system. Nobody else, because Tom Brady was that damn good. Tom Brady was a game changer. Tom Brady's a culture changer. Tom Brady is one of the best of all time, not Josh McDaniels. Point blank, period. That's what it is. There is no Patriot Way. So stop preaching all this. You got to be patient. You got to be this. You got to be that. I don't have to be any of those things. I can call it exactly how I see it. And I tried to tell y'all that the way things were going, we're setting up for destruction, for failure. Before destruction is pride, right? Pride before destruction. Josh McDaniels, Mark Davis have too much pride to do the right thing. They will cut off their nose despite their face. That's just the type of individuals they are. That's their character. This guy, Josh McDaniels, after a loss, really went at Aiden O'Connell. Now, I don't disagree with what he was saying about Aiden O'Connell after the game about taking care of the ball and not throwing interceptions and understanding you don't have a lot of time in the pocket. He wasn't wrong, but that just wasn't the time and place to say it. He could have just had that conversation behind closed doors. That's not something you publicly do to a rookie quarterback when you yourself have not been doing a damn thing right as the head coach of that rookie quarterback. So I just think that although he wasn't wrong in what he was saying in his assessment, he picked the wrong platform to say it, okay? That should have been privately said, and it might have been. But at the end of the day, I don't see a situation where Mark Davis fires Josh McDaniels because I just think he has too much pride. And for him to fire Josh McDaniels now, he would have to admit he was wrong. And if you fire Josh McDaniels now, you kind of have to fire everything that Josh McDaniels bought, which is that fake-ass Patriot way. Okay, so you got to get rid of the playbook. Jimmy G becomes nobody at this point because what is Jimmy G without a system? What is Jimmy G without a great defense? He's nobody. We haven't seen him do it. We haven't seen him play with a bad defense. We haven't seen him really go out there and make plays. He's always been a system type quarterback. So once you take that away from him, I don't know what he is. So for me, I just think it's very important that we all accept that there's no Patriot way. Tom Brady, a 33-year-old Tom Brady is not walking through that door and going to come save us anytime soon. We are stuck to just soak in our misery, and it continues to happen for the Raiders fan base, and I feel bad for us. I don't feel bad for Mark Davis because we suck. I don't feel bad for McDaniels because we suck. I don't feel bad for Ziegler because we suck. I feel bad for the fans because it seems like this is only McDaniels' second year, right? But this is like our 40th year, right? Some of us are 30th year. Some of us are 20th year. Some of us longer than that. We have continuously been subjected to just poor run organizations, to just poorly put together teams, to just poor performance on the field. This is something we've been dealing with longer than 2 years. This is something we've been dealing with longer than just 4 games into a season, okay? You see Josh the Bull over there getting all mad and throwing iPads on the sideline. He's only like 4 games into the season. This been our life, Playboy. We've been dealing with this forever. Ever since I've been a Raiders fan, we have been in a situation outside of the Rich Gannon years, and that's only been like 2 or 3 that the Raiders have just been the laughingstock of the NFL. We are dead last in explosive plays downfield right now when we're supposed to have the guru who's supposed to be offensive genius. And nothing genius strikes me at all coming from this guy. So I don't know how we can stay positive right now, but all I can say is that, you know, at some point it's just got to be our turn, right? Every dog has his day. At some point somebody's got to get it right for Raider Nation, and we will be there to reap the rewards, the fruits of our labor, all the time we done put in supporting this team. Maybe one day, just maybe one day, it'll be our turn to just be celebrating. But right now, I don't see that day coming. And we just got to stick it out as a fan base, try not to turn on each other. But the stuff I'm seeing out there is just disheartening. And as a fan base, it's just sad that it's come to this. Because I really can't blame anybody for how they feel right now. We are trash. It's disgusting. I think people should be fired. I don't think they will be fired because the people that are in power, the people that are running this organization just don't know what the hell they're doing. And that's my take. I want you to get down in the comments and let me know what you think. Is this the lowest point the Raiders have been? Is this the worst Raiders team we've seen in years? Is this the worst Raiders team we've seen ever? When you think about the talent we have and the output we're getting, it's just embarrassing. So get down in the comments, let me know what you think. If you like the video, like the video. Like the content on this channel, subscribe to the channel. Hit me up on Instagram and Twitter. Both at Raider Honcho. Yes, Blue Check Poppy is in the building. And until the next time, as always, Raider Honcho out.